Eskom says the coal shortage it's experiencing is manageable. That is why it has not declared a state of emergency. Reports are being received of alarming coal supply problems at numerous Eskom coal-fired power stations in Mpumalanga.
Eskom spokesperson Khulu says the power utility is doing everything to manage the possibility of load shedding. The latest coal supply reports suggest that the power utility's current coal supply problems are serious, if not worse, than those that existed in the country shortly before the load shedding of 2008.
Yes, we have issues at 7 of our power stations, but it's issues that are manageable. Eskom, that's why we have not declared any emergency at this stage.
3 coal power stations that are supplied by Tegeta have been experiencing challenges since late last year. Tegeta is currently under business rescue and it is controlled by the Gupta family through Oak Bay Investments.
From our end, we're diverting coal as a temporary measure, and then the big supplies will come through once the necessary processes have been completed by the National Treasury for us to source coal from other companies.
And as temperatures begin to drop and winter creeping in, Phasiwe could not give a guarantee that load shedding will not happen.
Load shedding as a risk is always there. Even today, or even yesterday, or even last year, there's always been a risk of load shedding, but it's how you manage it. Currently, what we are doing now in the 7 stations that you mentioned, we are diverting coal from the ones that have more than enough reserves so that we can keep those stations running. And in the same process, we also are getting assistance from the National Treasury so that we can go through the necessary processes so that we can get emergency coal from some of the suppliers so that we can plug the gap.
2 weeks ago, the Department of Energy signed 27 energy contracts worth about 55 billion rands with independent power producers. The signing of power purchase agreements, mostly solar and wind projects, was held up for over 2 years. It was also the subject of a last-minute legal challenge by NUMSA and Transform RSA lobby group, but a court rejected their application for an urgent interdict.
The renewable energy projects that we have signed on now, many of them produce electricity when the sun is shining or when the wind is blowing. When there's no wind, they are not working, or when there's no sun, they are not working. So which is now incumbent upon Eskom to make sure that our machines are operational at all times, so that in the evenings when the sun is not there, then you can obviously make sure that you use all your systems to make sure that we avoid load shedding.
The National Energy Regulator, NERSA, is currently conducting public hearings into Eskom's application in terms of the regulatory clearing account balance for the 2nd, 3rd and 4th year of the multi-year price determination, which totals about 66 billion rands. The RCA process reconciles variances between the projected and actual revenue costs that Eskom incurred for certain elements. Diabosito, SABC News, Johannesburg.